Yeah, Mr. Jentry, thank you so much for your time. You've been heading a high-level U.S. investors delegation to Pakistan. How your days have been here, what you wanted to achieve, and what's your takeaway?
First of all, we love Pakistan. We view the opportunity here as one of the most underappreciated globally that we see. We've had a great experience here the last couple of days, and we've achieved everything we wanted to achieve with this second trip. We have signed agreements, MOUs, and now we're going to final documentation as it relates to a number of investments. Our plan is to bring billions of dollars of investments to Pakistan.
That's B2B, business to business?
Completely business to business, yes. We're not politicians, we're business people. But we take the mindset of President Trump and everything we do. America is open for business. And we're excited about the opportunity to bring economic diplomacy to Pakistan and to work hard together to create significant value for both our countries.
What we have seen especially during Biden's administration, that Pakistan was almost abandoned. And before his departure, a couple of days before his departure, he sanctioned for Pakistani companies. Do you see this U.S. administration policy continuing, or do we expect some changes under Trump's administration?
I'm so thankful that President Trump got elected. There are so many bridges that have been burned by the Biden administration. They even tried to put President Trump in jail and his family members in jail. What's happened in America in the last 4 years is disgraceful. And America has really been asleep. No surprise they call it Sleepy Joe Biden. But guess what? The eagle is awake, and the eagle is flying fast. I will tell you, it's time to get to work. It's time to build bridges. It's time to correct wrongs that have occurred. And business is going to be a very important leader in doing all of those things.
So you believe that those sanctions, you don't agree with those sanctions, I will take it?
Absolutely not. I think that what the Biden administration tried to do in many, many different ways was downright evil and wrong. And I think those things need to be corrected, and they need to be corrected quickly. That's my view. I think it's embarrassment as an American for what's occurred in America in the last 4 years.
I was actually watching one of your videos. You made a very interesting statement that there is a pro-Trump environment in Pakistan. Can you elaborate on that?
I would say you have leaders that have a very similar mindset to President Trump. And everything that I've seen shows they have incredible support for President Trump. Obviously, you have Pakistani people living all over the world, many of those in America, great U.S. citizens as well. And so you have an environment here that has family values. They put God first, just like America. And I think these are the principles that Trump believes in. And I think it's an opportunity to work together. I think we agree on so very much between our two countries, and we have to work together to build those bridges and correct the wrongs that have occurred recently.
What is the role that you can play, being a very close family friend of Donald Trump Jr.? You studied college together. We come to a lighter question later on.
Well, look, I go back a long way with the Trump family. The sacrifices that the Trump family has made for America, there's nobody who's ever made greater sacrifices doing what they're doing. I'm so respectful for all of them, love them, and we have the greatest president of all time, in my opinion. And so for me, my focus is on business. I'm not going into the administration. Obviously, I have a lot of close relationships within the administration, and my hope is to bring some awareness to the Pakistan situation. And it's just one of many things that have to be cleaned up. Everyone's just going into their chairs right now, getting in offices and working to rebuild America. But the attention will also turn to helping our allies. And I believe Pakistan can become not just a friend to America, which they already are, but a close friend And we see huge business opportunities here, and that's my focus. My focus is the business side.
Who was more naughtier at college, you or Donald Trump Jr.?
Well, we probably both have enough information on each other that I probably shouldn't answer that question, but it might have been him. No, I'm just teasing.
Really?
We're both good people.
There is a perception in Pakistan that Pakistan is misunderstood, and you have repeatedly said this during your speeches and statements. Why do you think that, and who's responsible for that, and how can this be corrected?
You know, I would say it's very clear that there are definitely some misperceptions. You know, you have this is the place where Osama bin Laden was caught. And so I think there's a lot of Americans that just don't really understand what Pakistan is. You know, we're here in Islamabad today. What a beautiful city. I think if you ask most people in America who hadn't been here, they would say Islamabad might be a war zone, right? They just don't know. And so I think it's, you know, I think your friends in India haven't done you any favors. But I would also say that those are things that, you know, those are long-term problems that also need to be healed. I think one of the beautiful things about President Trump is he is going to usher in my opinion, a period of peace and prosperity for the whole world. See, strong leadership that President Trump has drives peace, peace through strength. Whether it's dealing with China or dealing with other issues, he's going to be very strong and very direct. And so I think it's important that Pakistan has a very direct government-to-government relationship with him, and I think that you have great leadership here. You know, the leaders that
Do you see that happening? G2G, great relationship, better than what we have seen in the past 10 years?
Without a doubt. It's my strong opinion that the leaders here have a mindset to work closely with President Trump and with the values of America. And I think that's that time will tell. But if I were a betting man, which I am, by making investments in Pakistan, I'm betting that the perceptions will change, that other investors will want to come in, and that the two administrations will work closely together. We both have something that each of us needs. America has something that Pakistan needs, and Pakistan has something America needs. You know, the issues we have currently in America, we have outsourced. We made a huge strategic mistake. We outsourced our manufacturing and our supply of critical assets to China and other places in the world, but mostly to China. That was a huge strategic mistake. President Trump has been very clear that it's time to bring that back to America. Pakistan can play a very important role. One of the MOUs we signed is for critical minerals. And for us, in the next 2 weeks, we will have a final agreement signed. That is the first of many we hope to have. We are going to come and do a very large evaluation here in this country from a critical minerals perspective. And I think there's an opportunity to build a huge critical mineral business that can really be part of the supply chain that sells back to America. America needs it. Pakistan has it. We have to find a way in partnership for both countries to benefit.